A pretty nice morning at the park. If you're heading out there early, we're going to be in the 60s and 70s between now and about 10 o'clock. And then we'll get a little closer to 80 by noon. By lunch, mostly sunny, dry through midday. An isolated storm or two is going to be possible late afternoon, early evening. So by about 5 o'clock, we're going to top out with our afternoon highs in the upper 80s. It is a little cooler than yesterday, about 7 to 10 degrees cooler. A nice break from the upper 90s that we saw this weekend. It's going to be a brief break from the 90s, though. We're right back into it tomorrow. We'll get a few early evening storms, so that could briefly cool things down a bit. Right now, we're looking at mainly 60s along the front range, winds out of the north at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. You can see here in town just how mild it is. Boulder, 64, right around the Chatfield Reservoir, 61, and here in Denver, 65. 40s and 50s for the mountains. Winds out of the north and northwest. We've seen some smoke filtering in from the western slope, especially this weekend when we had those westerly winds. Today, looking a touch better, and in fact, at this point, we're not under an air quality warning here in town, but there is going to be one on the western slope where that wildfire is burning. And obviously through morning, we're going to see some pretty hazy skies out west, especially through the morning. That air quality warning in effect until 9 o'clock. 60s here in store this morning. Mostly sunny skies through mid-morning. By about 10 o'clock, we're in the upper 60s to near 70. We'll see some low 80s right around 12 to about 1, and then upper 80s for highs. A few building clouds late afternoon. This is right around 5:30, and we've got a slight chance for an isolated storm or two. Any risk of severe weather is going to be really low today. Briefly, a little rain, lightning, and thunder. Most of those storms well off to the east by about 9 o'clock. You can see closer to Fort Morgan, Akron. It's going to be a little bit darker. The skies out east, closer to sunset. Early tomorrow morning, we're in the 60s, and then hot again tomorrow afternoon, low 90s. Now, there will be a chance for a few afternoon storms today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. Things are going to heat right back up, though. We're talking low to even mid-90s both Tuesday and Wednesday. Mid to upper 90s with some pretty dry weather Thursday and Friday. Tracking a bit of a cool down, though, by the weekend. We'll be in the mid to upper 80s. Coming up, it's been a hot summer. We'll take a look at how many 90-degree plus days we've seen and where that puts us statistically over the course of the last 100 years here in town.